The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs, Sirius XM 168.
JP, what's up?
Chilling, man.
I got my man Andre right next to you. How you doing?
Hey, I got questions for Andre. I'll wait till he talks.
All right.
All right.
How do I say your last name again?
Polyakov.
Polyakov.
What the fuck you call me?
How you doing, man?
I'm real good, thanks. I'm real good. You?
Good. Busy, man. Busy.
Yeah, Coimbury, you're busy.
Yeah, man. It's just like a adrenaline rush every single day. It's we just keep at it, man. We're like a locomotive, and we don't stop.
That's really exciting because you're working on some big projects.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have a couple of really cool things that we've been rolling out. The latest of which I actually want to announce here, which is the ability to actually buy crypto on our platform using credit cards and debit cards. So that's really cool, and it goes really in line with everything we've done so far. In terms of getting people into the space as easily as possible. And I mean, at this point in time, it's just like you go to an e-commerce store and you buy whatever, your eBay. With your credit card, it's the same thing here. You just you log in, you sign up, and you can just use a credit card, and you can buy your Bitcoin, Ethereum in a matter of like 5 minutes. Which is amazing. Yeah,
that's super advanced.
Yeah, no, it took us quite a bit of time to get to where we are, and as you know, this space, you gotta make sure you have the right banking partners and everything is aligned and everybody supports in what you're doing. But we're one of literally like one or two companies in Canada that actually offer this ability to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum using credit cards. So we're really happy about that, man. That was a big milestone for us.
That was actually going to be my question because, I mean, you guys had me sign up and get the app.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to know is how do I add to that? Like I want to buy. I don't even know. Do you buy it? So that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at this now, all you do is once you're in the app, you press on the buy button, and you however much you want to buy, you put in there, $50, whatever, $100, and then there's just pay with credit card button.
Nice.
You press on that. You got to link your bank account to make sure that
Nice.
there's no fraud taking place, and then you just put in your credit card, and it's as easy as that. And it's in your account. You can do whatever you want. You can take it out. You can keep it there. But you're now an official holder of Bitcoin. Which welcome to the new economy.
How are you feeling about the space?
It's there's a lot of people saying, oh, it's a bear market, this, that, the other. Honestly speaking, I actually like the fact that it's a little bit calmer now than it was like last December, which is crazy, because it's given us an opportunity to build some really cool tech and actually build value, and that's what we're all about. Like I don't necessarily care if the price of Bitcoin is 100,000 or it's skyrocketing or not. I mean, we're building a platform to get people into this space, and if Bitcoin is 8,000, if it's 6,000, if it's 10,000, that doesn't really matter to us. We just want to bring value to people and bring the tech that will allow them to get into the space easily, and so I feel good.
Yeah, and a fully transparent exchange, and with your management team there, people can get in touch with you. Good 24/7 support. It feels very safe when you deal with Coinbury.com, which I think is also still. I'm always amazed because I was sort of doing some trades a couple of years ago. Like I've been in it for almost 2 years. This game, so I'm amazed. Like for me, what's amazing is you still hear people who say it's really daunting. And I'm like, man, you should have tried it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that's when it was really daunting. And even today, I was very honest. I cashed out on a little bit of Bitcoin today, and Evan even walked me through it because I sort of wasn't trading in a while, so I just wanted to make sure. It's these slow, easy steps, but everything happened no problem. Yeah. Like it just the Coinbase. Like literally, I used it today, and it was simple to do.
Good. I'm really happy to hear that. I mean, that's what we're all about. Is just making sure that people have a great time, and everything's very clear for people to that want to get into the space, and whether they're getting in or getting out, whether they're buying or selling Bitcoin. That's one of the biggest problems is that people don't really know how to even buy their Bitcoin. Like if you just ask somebody on the street, they have no idea how to go about it. But truth of the matter is, it takes like 5 minutes on our site and on our app. Like literally, it will take you 5 minutes, if not less, to download the app, log in, just put in some information so we identify who you are, and buy with a credit card, and that's it. And it's as easy as that. I mean, it's like it cannot get any simpler at this point in time. So we're really happy about that.
That's good, man. Because literally, the same thing you're talking about, like the average person on the street has zero concept of anything, like how to get in, how is it this? How is it that?
Do you know, Andre, that even though prices are really pretty stable around that 8,500 sort of, which I think is good for currency.
Yeah.
I don't know if like that's I think that you want currency to be sort of stable. Are there like more people, even though the currency is down from what people thought it would be? Are there more people using it? Like, are there more numbers coming into the space, or is that how's that working?
You know what's funny? I was actually just looking yesterday at some stats of the amount of wallets being created. So crypto wallets are basically like the equivalent of the wallet you have in your back pocket. It's just except it's digital, so it's an app on your phone or something along those lines. So people hold the crypto that they have bought in these wallets, basically apps on the phone. And the amount of wallets that actually has been, created is still growing exponentially, which is really cool to see. So it's not, the space is still at the very early stages of sort of mass sort of consumption, and you see that because the amount of wallets is actually growing exponentially, so which is pretty cool. I found that to be really exciting.
Yeah, it's a very telling fact at that point.
People are getting in the space still.
So the question I had in comparing, what do you call it, crypto? Would you call it cryptocurrency?
Yeah, crypto.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you see the and by correlation I don't necessarily mean one goes into the other, but the growth and the interest once people knew that weed was going to become legal and everybody tried to get in as far as investing and getting into it, is that what you're starting to see with crypto as well, that more people are like, hey, I want to get in now before shit goes crazy and it makes no sense to get into it and all that kind of stuff?
You know what, that would have been probably a really pertinent comment like last year this time when everybody was sort of getting into crypto for those reasons. But now we actually see more more institutional players come in, where the banks are starting to sort of look at the space more seriously now that things have calmed down a little bit. And like Todd mentioned, the fact that Bitcoin has been stable around that $8,000 to $8,500 range has actually allowed more institutional sort of players to start looking at this space more, and we've had a couple of discussions, which is really exciting as well. So I definitely see the current sort of moment of time of stability as a good thing for the industry as a whole, because it's allowing the industry to mature, and that's always a good thing.
It is interesting though, where I've never thought of it that way, where it really is in infancy stages still. When was the first time an American dollar bill was created? And then how did people adapt with that and figure it all out to how it works and perfect that? These things take time, and I think maybe what was sad was the hype that went into it too soon, maybe, as opposed to really having everything there concretely. Because you never want people to lose in this game, obviously, but you want people to understand how beautiful this technology is.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, and I'm really excited myself, because regardless of, we've said this before in your show, regardless of Bitcoin or Ethereum as the final cryptocurrencies that are going to be, sort of used on a mass scale, or if it's something else, the technology itself is so revolutionary. I mean, it amazes me. I mean, mind you though, I'm obviously in this space, hardcore head over feet, but it amazes me that right now people aren't using more of cryptocurrency to just in their everyday lives than they could be and they should be, because it's faster, it's cheaper, and it's a lot of the time a lot more secure than what people currently use. So it's just a matter of time. I'm convinced it's just a matter of time before we see more and more people.
You need like a kids app with fake crypto to understand how it works.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Who's still fighting against it though?
Well, you know what? Now that actually things have become a little more stable, I don't think anybody's really back in the day being
last year.
Yeah, last year.
You know what? In this day and age, because of the 24-hour news cycle, you're right. Back in the day is like 2 months ago. You're so right.
That was the guy which was a Wednesday. There's a lot of people that came into the space very quickly to make a quick buck, and everybody got kind of banks and institutions and the government, a lot around the world were very sort of cautious, right, about who they're dealing with. But us at Coinbase, with Coinbase, we've been around for about 1.5 years at this point in time. So we've made sort of a name for ourselves as being responsible players. So when we go in and we talk to banks and institutions, we have a track record. So I wouldn't say anybody's really fighting it per se at this point in time, because it's a little bit more stable now. Things have calmed down a little bit, so people are just taking it for what it is, and looking more deeply at the actual tech that underlies the whole, the whole thing, which is actually a lot better than, I think is a lot better than making a quick buck.
Okay.
You doing any Coinberry Halloween parties or anything?
You know what? Actually, we are going to be at the EGLX conference.
Yeah, great. Yeah. They're awesome. The enthusiast gaming people.
Exactly. Yeah. So those guys. By the way, they just went public, and I'm not invested in them at all.
I'm invested in them.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they went public a couple of
yeah.
weeks ago,
No, I bought in at I'll tell you the truth, I bought it at 98 cents.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
good,
It
man.
went down after their IPO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very honest with my investment. Not a lot, but then today it traded at like 139 or something. Yeah, it did pretty well.
Anyway, so we're actually going to be at their show. With a booth. We have a really awesome booth right at the entrance there. So if you're listening and you're going to the EGLX, event that's taking place this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, check us out. We'll be doing a little bit of a giveaway. A console is going to be sort of given away if you come by the show, come by the booth, take a picture, and talk to us.
Great.
And figure out the details. So that's super exciting for us. And to be completely honest with you, what was the question?
Oh, no. There's anything Halloween, anything going on, but that's
Halloween.
it. That's where you're going to be.
So I was going to say, so that's where we're going to be, and we got actually some wigs to wear the show at the office today, so we had a little bit of fun. We're going to be...
awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Enthusiast Gaming, that's going to be amazing. That's this weekend, right?
Yeah, 40,000 people.
Yeah, it's huge, dude.
Yeah.
It's a huge... The gaming, well, you have your kids out there playing games right now.
Oh, yeah. That's all they're all about.
It's the future, right?
That's all. But I get it. That's why I don't discourage them for it, man.
Yeah. They can make money doing it.
You can't discourage them from the future.
Dude, you know how much money is being made with those the e-games? Holy man!
Oh, it's crazy, man.
Insane.
Yeah. That's the business to be in. Yeah, they're very nice people, the Enthusiast Gaming folks. We've had them on the show before, and we're going to get to know more of them. Actually, I really like that team of people, and I like emerging markets. So it's one thing. This show's always tried to be a pioneer for media, is like, including obviously working with Coinberry or in the day, like talking about pot stocks, like emerging markets, like where a lot of people put fear into this stuff. I'm like, why are you fearing the future? You sound like a fucking old guy. That's what old guys always did. They feared change. I'm like, no, embrace it and learn from it, and maybe make some money from it. Okay, we're gonna go. Andre, dude, from Coinberry, thanks, man. Nice hanging out with you.
Thanks, man. No, it was good to see you.
Yeah, always good to see you, dude.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
You are the greatest hero in American history.
SiriusXM Canada Laughs, Channel 168.